My own doctor to prove them I don't need supportive housing. I don't need it. They want everybody to have that.
But I have my
paperwork. I don't want that shit. Why would we want to share when we're in shelter sharing? That don't make no sense.
When we get a
You want to control us, continue to control us. That's why.
When we get a chance, we tell
our
everybody
money.
to call WhatsApp and give
And our
them their
money
number.
too.
And
Social Security, they do that.
Oh, we did have somebody. We were speaking to somebody, and she was from Florida.
And I'm fighting a case for my dental too, so I get my teeth fixed.
The lady that we spoke to, the lady that we spoke to in the city, because we was around some doctor's office.
No, I have to appeal it because Health First is denying for me to get any dental work done. They're not allowing me to get no partial, no nothing. Just teeth
I
cleaning.
told the girl to get her number.
That's it. So I have to. I'm waiting on the paperwork to get mailed
When I get a chance,
for the fair hearing because they denied it again. So I have to get a fair hearing.
I'm gonna make a WhatsApp group, and then I'm gonna send it. You can help me send it to people you know.
Oh yeah, I have a couple friends. They got the letter from that. They still denied it. You see? So I have to do a fair hearing. I need my fucking teeth done. If I have to go to a different state to do it, I will do it. I don't care. And it's $800 anyway. It's
Wait, you don't have
to get implants. I have insurance, but they're denying me. My insurance.
Oh, you have insurance. Wait, do you have
Health First is denying.
Health First and Medicaid, or just Health
It's
First?
both. It's both.
That's probably why.
It's
Because
both.
Medicaid denied me to get my teeth done. I had to get it pulled.
Right, and they don't let you get essential services like your eyes done and your teeth.
My eyes, that's not the problem. It's the teeth.
For me, it's the eyes. Like they won't do, but you know, but they'll pay me to be on. They'll rather me be blind and have me on disability than.
Eye problems don't damn well. If it's fuzzy, all this shit, yes, you do have eye problems. Yes, because I have that. Astigmatism.
So
you are applicable for getting the eye exams and all that. And once they see you're from the eye exam, you know, when they do that little thing, we look at the letters. They're gonna prescribe you what prescription glasses you need, bifocal ones or whatever is needed. And then they're gonna wait for it to come to the place in the lab, and then you get it, you pick it up. They call you.
So you've been in the shelter for 1 year.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
1 year. And what did they tell you when you first entered?
They were like, oh, you have to take supportive housing because that's what we do here at the shelter. That's what they tell everybody, and I'm not doing it. And just because I refuse it, that's why I'm still here.
And supportive housing means you have a roommate?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And that's permanent.
Yeah, it is. And then they babysit you too. They monitor you. And I don't need no shit like that because I'm not. Even people that are Medicaid, they don't need that shit. They do not. Because you know how to take your people who doesn't take their pills if they need it for the medical reasons. Because it's not all mental. It's people that have medications for medical reasons, not mental. You know, people that have asthma and shit like that, heart problems and blood clots and different stuff. Seizures, because I know someone that has that. She's afraid to live by herself because of the seizures. So she is in supportive housing for that reason. She don't have no family. She can't go to family.
That makes sense.
She got hit by a car.
That's
how it happened.
That's terrible.
She didn't have that before until she got hit by the car.
I hear you.
And then she ended up in a walker. That's horrible. I keep telling people, other people have it worse than you. Stop being ungrateful. Some people don't even have their legs, don't have their limbs. They lost everything. They lost their house. Not only that, they can't take care of themselves. They can't bathe. They can't get out of their own damn bed. Imagine that. I can't imagine that. That's horrible. And a lot of them kill themselves in behind. Yes, they do. They kill themselves. And then my brother, his friend jumped off a bridge. He didn't make it. He hit rocks and he ended up paralyzed. He killed himself. He didn't want to live anymore. He didn't want his brother to take care of him because he thought it would be a burden for him to continue to take care of him. So he killed himself. OD'd, injected himself with a needle. See? It's bad.
It's painful.
Yeah. And I used to see him in school, same school I went to, Mexican guy, young, really young, handsome guy, in a wheelchair, but he killed himself. He couldn't do it anymore. He didn't want to live like that. He was depressed. Who wouldn't be?
Who wouldn't be?
I would be too. I wouldn't want to live like that and suffer. I'd rather go in peace.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do it that way. I would be like, hey, or sign papers for them to give me injections to put me to sleep. But not the way he did what he did, and it is what it is. That was his decision. Who am I to tell you, hey, why you did that? That's wrong. You don't want to live no more. He don't want to live anymore. He don't want to live anymore. That's it. It's a sin, yes, but it's up to Jesus or God, God to forgive that person, not up to anybody else. We can't judge nobody.
I don't judge anyone for.
Because that's not his fault. It happened.
It's a wicked world.
Yeah. He was thinking, okay, being a follower, and he jumped off and didn't make it. Everybody else was fine.
My friend was in a wheelchair and in the shelter system, and they denied her for Medicaid or whatever it is.
See?
She needed dialysis too, so she died. She died, and
They don't care.
for her. Listen, trust me, rest in peace, but goddamn, this life was a hell for her. Like, it was a blessing to pass in some ways.
They end up suffering. That's what happens while here.
This life was a hell for her.
Yeah. This for a lot of people. But mainly people with disabilities that are in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Can't do nothing. They're vegetable. That's horrible. Quadrupedic and all that shit. Paralyzed her neck down. I'm glad nothing like that happened to me.
So everyone here, they try to get on assisted,
Supportive housing.
not your own place.
No.
So they try to fill another institution.
They put you in, that is basically what it is, because it's MICA people that are in there, along with you, and you're sharing a space. The only thing you have to yourself is your room. The kitchen, you gotta share everything, the refrigerator, you gotta share that. Then you gotta think about motherfuckers eating your food. That's another thing. So I wouldn't do it. Tell them no. If they offer that, just tell them you don't want it. You don't want that unless it's your own. You don't even want it in general unless you can take it, but just tell them that you don't want to share. You want your own studio, and then you get your own place after that.
Can they come into your room by yourself?
They can. They drop in anytime they feel like to because they have the key. That's why I don't want supportive housing.
Oh no.
But some people are very desperate. They take it to get out of here.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people most people that came out of here, left from here, is supportive housing. Everybody. Nobody with a regular voucher. Nobody. That's horrible because they don't want to do the work. They're quick to just give you some bullshit. In those places like that, normally they have roaches and mice because you put you in an old building. Even the newer buildings have that. Well, if that happens to me, I'm not moving out because guess what? I'm gonna be putting them fucking, those packets that you buy in the Bronx for the mice, and I'll get an exterminator. I don't care. But I'd be damned if I'd be back in the shelter because of some fucking mice chasing me out. No, I'll kill them. People don't know what to do. You have to call a exterminator and get rid of it. That's what you got to do. And you got to put the wool and in glass, break it up and plug up the holes. Every hole you see, and they're not going to come in because they're going to be dead before they enter. When they enter there, it cuts them up. It kills them.
Where are you originally from?
California, Sacramento, California.
Okay, so I'm guessing things are pretty good until later.
It's expensive out there too.
Yeah. So did you go through the shelter system out there?
No, I lived with my mom and dad. I was a teenager. Yeah. And I lived in hotels before too, and I was working, and that was not easy.
No, I know.
All your money goes to the hotel and food and clothes, and that's it. What you're doing, you're not able to stack no money unless you got a partner that you're doing it with. You can, but you got to have 2 jobs. You're gonna be dead. You're gonna be tired. That's gonna wear you out.
Yeah, you cannot do America alone.
Unless you're a nurse, then you're able to. You got to be an RN nurse to stack money. But with kids, that's different. You can't do that when you have kids. You can't live in a hotel with your kids unless you got a good paying job, like like I said, nurse or something, or a surgeon. You got to have something that makes money to be living in those hotels. Out here is higher.
So you're like a really clear person.
Yeah.
So what are they trying to say about you?
It's a repeat. It's a repeat. Let's just say if you continue to go to stay in a hotel, they're going to ask you, well, we need evidence of that you stayed in. No, you don't, because guess what? It's not coming out of your pocket. I was on government assistance and no food stamps. They were not taking care of me. I was taking care of me, myself. They know nothing about that. Why would I tell them some shit like that? That's not their fucking business. Because that was before I came out here. I was in North Carolina, 19 years old, and when I was in North Carolina, and then I lived with my mom and dad after that. After I had a kid, I was in a bad relationship because he was a control freak trying to bribe me to stay, And I left. I bounced. I packed my shit and left. Moved mom and dad. And I stayed there for 8 years, and I was working while I was living there. And after that, lost my job, so I came out here. That's my story.
And why'd you come out here?
That
I mean, I
reason,
know you lost your job,
I
but
couldn't get a job out there. After that one job, I looked and looked for another job, and nothing had no openings at the time. So I left. That's why I left. That's how I came here.
did you think this was going to be better?
No, all states are fucked up. No matter where you go, it's fucked up. You can't hold a job down. That's my point. No matter where you go, you're not able to hold a job down because they let you go. They fire you and they replace you with somebody else. It's been going on. Even California. No matter what we do as human, we're never going to be satisfied. It's never going to be enough money because it's high everywhere. The rent. It's better when you have a partner. It would be much easier. Without a partner, very hard. Someone that you can trust, not easy to find.
Yeah, you're right.
You got to have roommates. Most people out here have roommates. They can't make it. They cannot.
You're right.
And they end up back where? In a shelter again.
You're right.
It's a rotation. It's a vicious cycle. You got to end it.
It is a fight.
You have to end it yourself, though. As a person, you have to end it. You got to be the one to say, hey, I'm going back to school or whatever it may be you want to do with your life. So you don't end up back here again. Otherwise, you end up back in here. You got to have something stable so you can be stable for yourself. And that way you're not going to be stressed out and back here and looking stupid. You're like, all that for what? To be back here again? And then the housing is messed up too because some of these landlords don't want to renew your voucher, and they will not. A lot of them will not do that. That's why I don't like this housing shit either, because you got to depend on that. Then you got to come back to the shelter again for it to be renewed. Because outside the shelter, they cannot renew it. They will not renew it unless you hold a stable job. You must keep a job, otherwise you're losing your place. Evicted.
I hear
That
you.
lease is 1 year. You better make sure you get your shit together within that year. That's what you gotta do. Or before you even enter into a place that you have to do. Do what you gotta do. That's what a lot of people are doing here. They realize like that now that they're here. Now they realize it. But when they were in that apartment, they were kicking it, laying back too comfortable. You get comfortable. You get lazy now that you got this place. You can't do that. You have to keep that place over your head. Otherwise, you will be here. People don't look at it like that. I do. I don't play around with that stuff. And then when I had my own 3-bedroom place, I had to leave because roach infestation and water leaking from the skylight. The bathroom kept flooding. She refused to fix it. I took her to housing court. I left because she wanted to fix nothing, and you're not getting no money from me, no rent, nothing, because you're not fixing nothing. And I told her that, and she didn't get shit. And I told FEPS what she was doing. So they ain't
And what's
giving no
FEPS
money.
stand for? I really don't understand anything out here.
FEPS. It's a program where they help you with or without kids, but only if you have income coming in. Like Social Security, you're applicable for it, or if you have a job that's bringing income in, and you pay 30% of that rent. That's how it works. But the lease, like I said, is only a year, and that's it. They don't renew it. They don't. So all of them are fucked up. All of them. I was there, and I didn't want the lease renewed because that place was bad. It was not a good place for me to be living. Like, that's not safe. That's not safe for your health. She was not giving me no eat, none of that. And I ended up getting sick there? Nah. So I didn't have a choice but to come to a shelter. That's New York City for you. Shitty.
Well,
It's the people.
it sounds like
it's not
it's
us.
America.
It's the people in general.
Shoot.
It's the people that make it shitty. I'm talking about the landlords, slumlords, that make it like that. And it's the government. They don't want to lower no prices for nobody because they're greedy. Let me own some of these. Let me own some of these shelters. We have plenty of money. Think about it. All these shelters. That's a lot.
Matter of fact, I should have closed it down. It was as nasty as this is. I should have closed it down and took lunch time.
She's doing all that, making messes, and leaving it.